do is I'm going to see if I can play this thing and show you how I do it. Make an intro on it. Okay. Though, if you haven't been to my lesson number 5, Continued, go to that because you won't know what you're doing here. This is where we made that intro that went. Remember that? Okay, you know how to make that. A lot of people have been writing to me and they say, well, they got the intro down and they can play the chords, but they want to know what notes they should play over it. They want to know what scale they should use to play over this progression, this little intro. And or what mode. Well, I don't use modes and I don't use scales. I don't know that stuff. I don't even know how to make a pentatonic scale. It's just not the way I play. When I started over 60 years ago, I started, I was 9 years old, and when I started playing, I just would learn a straight melody, and then I would just get so sick of hearing the straight melody, I'd start adding things to it, and that became kind of jazz. I don't know if I'm even a jazz player, but that's how I do it. I just mess around with a song and add to it. But let me play this here for you very slow. It's hard to do for me to play slow like that, but so you know the position I'm playing in so you can copy me. Probably if you're a real good player, you won't even want to get this, but if you're intermediate or below, you might get something out of this. You'll get a little technique, for one thing, will come out of this. You'll learn, and you get some ideas, and you will have an intro to play along with your friends, or if you tape your own self, you can play along with that. So on something like this, this is just a chord progression, so there's no melody for me to go by, so I just make up my own melody in my head. Is how I did that. You know, everybody has those melodies going through their head, and somebody else has probably made it just like this because it's so logical here. But what you want to do is, after you learn this, you should learn your own, make up your own, make it up a little higher, maybe go. Same thing, like a little different, and up higher. And also, we did it in C. If you want to play that same thing in C, just take it up here. Whatever it is, I don't know. Excuse the playing today. I'm under a handicap. I'm sober for a change. It's hard to play when you're not drunk. Okay. So what I want to do first here is I want to show you a few other things and how I play. So because people ask me all the time what scales and modes. They even get mad at me because they don't believe me when I don't. I just play to the melody. Now here's something you might be interested in doing. Is let's take just a straight G chord. And let's add a major 7th to it, and the 7th is F sharp. I would call that a color tone. It's so pretty. See, that makes it a major 7th. Also, your 6th is a pretty tone. E is your 6th. You can count up G, A, B, C, D, E, 6. So, for color tones, try to make a little major run and then throw in a color tone. Get used to those color tones. A is the 9th, is another color tone. It's very pretty. Okay, so you got major 7th, 9th, the 6th. All those are pretty chords, pretty notes. I mean, and also another color tone that I use is a augmented 11th, sharp 11. It's a little far out. You won't use it as much, and you don't even have to use it if you don't want to. But these other three are real pretty. You could also think of that as a flat 5th. The D is the 5th of G. Flat it. So those are your color tones. A is your 9th, major 7th, F sharp, E, 6. Throw those in. Just go. Make a little major run. Get used to hearing. You just fiddle around. Make yourself some licks up like that. That's what I used to do, make up my own licks and things. Or I steal licks if people have licks. Also, this ending, this intro that I gave you, if you want to hear it, I play it on Out of Nowhere. I use that for an introduction on Out of Nowhere. It tells you how you can hear out sounds in a song. Okay? I do want to say something else about, modes and scales. That's all fine and everything, but in the beginning, if you're just learning, it might be better. You might want to think about learning the melody first, and it's very boring a lot of times if you don't have any backup. You should make a tape of yourself backing yourself up, or use one of the softwares to back up, and then it's fun. Take it piece by piece, like take a song out on, let's go with Days of Wine and Roses. Just go like just learn that little phrase, learn that phrase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now where I was counting there, nothing was happening. We want something happening there, so let's jazz it up just a little bit. And this is all you need. You can really make a nice thing for yourself. Just jazzing up a few notes. Keep the melody going. Throw a melody note in every once in a while. So you could do something like this. See, I just added a little thing in there, but make sure it ends on the melody note. Make sure it ends at the right time in the right place. That takes a little practice too. It's not too easy. You can make it a little more fancy. And also you could play it all over different places on the neck. Take it different places. See, get down here. Doesn't sound like much, so we add a little embellishment, maybe. Just little things like that. You'd be surprised if you have a melody going, somebody playing behind you. Those don't sound that bad. People in nightclubs like that. They like to hear the melody a lot. So you can just do like a. See, I'm melody. Dave. See, I'm adding little melody notes, and this is something for you to think about. It's kind of corny the way I'm doing it. It's hard to explain when you're with no feedback here, but that's kind of how I do it. And then later on, as you get going more, you learn more licks and things, you'll add, instead of saying, you might go, add little things like that, bebopish things, and make a little syncopation in your playing. Don't just play straight eighth notes. Try to get little triplets. Try to a little variety of things. People get tired of hearing eighth notes all the time. Okay, I'm going to let you go on this, and I hope this helps you. I don't know. I'm just giving you a few ideas of how I improvise.